Hey everyone, welcome to this beginner friendly Go tutorial. If you are new to programming or just starting with Golang, you are in the right place. In this video, I will explain variables in Go, what they are, how to use them, and some best practices. By the end of this video, you'll be able to declare and use variables in your Go programs. Let's get started. Now, think of a variable as a storage box where you can keep data like numbers, text, true or false values. In Go, before you use a variable, you have to first declare it by giving it a name and a type. And this tells Go what kind of data the variable will hold. Now, in Go, we can declare variables in different ways. Let's look at the most common methods of declaring variable. The first one that we will look at is the var keyword. So let's first declare, start the entrance of our package main. Then let's import our format package. Then let's declare our function, func main. Okay. So we explicitly define the variable type like this. So we first write var, then we give our variable a name. So in this case, let's say name. Then you add string, then equal to, then quotation mark, let's say Alice. That is it. Let's add another variable declaration, var. Let's give the name age. Then we add int equal to 25. So the string over here tells Go that the variable that we have declared name is actually a text, and the int over there means that, and it tells Go that the variable that we have declared age is a whole number or an integer. Yeah. So now let's print our variables on the console. fmt. Now let's lose that package. Print line name. So we call the reason why it is underlined. I'm using VS Code, by the way. The reason why the variable that we declare, the name and the age, is underlined red is because we have declared it, but we have not yet used it anywhere in our program. So we are coming to use it here by printing it out. So the moment we add it, the red sign will go. So the name will be name. Then let's add age, and that will be the variable age. And now you see the red signs have now disappeared. So let's run our program to see. Okay, go run, then our package main.go. Good. So we see it has declared here the name is Alice and the age is 25. So that is how we declare a variable in this form. So here the name is the string over here, which is a text, and the age is the whole number over here, which is, we have printed it over here. So Go ensures we store the right type of data in each variable. Now, the second method of declaring a variable is what we call the type inference. So that one is basically letting Go detect the type. Now, Go is smart. If we assign a value immediately, Go can figure out the type for us. So in this second method, we are not going to include the string and the integer. Good. So let's remove that. Let's remove the string and the integer, and let's declare this variable to be, let's call it city, and let's say New York. Okay, and let's add another variable called price, and let's give it 20. Let's give it 19.99. Okay, so now let's print it out. So city, and let's call the variable city, and the price over there too, let's call it price. Good. So now in this case, we did not include the string and the int attached to the variable name, and Go will specifically detect it, and that also works. So now let's run our program. So let's go run main.go, and let's see. Good. Now we see city New York, price 19.99. So this is another method for declaring a variable straight where you don't bring the string and the int. So Go will automatically detect what type that variable is, and it also works. So Go automatically detects that city is a string and that the price is also a float. So a float is a decimal number like 19.99. Good. Now let's look at the third method of declaring a variable, which is the short declaration. So which is the most common method also. In Go, the we can use the colon and the equal sign to declare a variable. So let's say declare a variable country. So in this case, we are not going to bring the var. We just go straight away to declare the variable name, and we just add colon, then equal to, then we enter the country name. Let's say Nigeria. Then let's also add another variable called is sunny, and let's say true. Now this is the short declaration method. So in this case, we don't bring the var, we don't bring the string. The colon equal sign over here automatically Go detect it, and it works. Now let's print it out. So let's call our country the country variable, and let's ask, is it sunny, and let's declare the variable. Let's bring the variable is sunny. Good. Now we are good to go. Let's run our program and see. Okay, go run. Good. Now you see over here, country Nigeria. Is it sunny? True, as we declared those variables to be. Perfect. Now this is the short declaration, and this is the most common way to declare variables in Go. However, it only works in functions. So this method of declaring a variable only works within a function, and the var declaration works globally outside a function. So you can actually declare a variable here, and you are good to go like that. But if you want to use the short declaration like this, that one only works within a function. So once we declare a variable, we can change its value as well. So now let's say declare a variable, name it score, and give it a value of 100. Now we are coming to do how to change a variable that we have already declared. So now let's print it out and call it initial score. Good. And let's call our variable score. Then let's print it and see. Okay, good. Now you see initial score 100. Now the initial, we have already declared it to be 100. Now we are going to reassign variable that variable with a different value. Now let's call it again, and in this time we give it 120. Now let's print out the updated score. So good. So in reassigning it, we don't bring the short declaration. Okay, so we reassign 120 to 8, and that is the updated score over here. Now let's run it on the console and see. Okay, good. Now you see the initial score is 100 and the updated score is 120. The same variable, but we reassign a different value to it. But what if we want a value that never changes? In those cases, we use a constant. So let's do that one too and see how that one works. So in declaring a variable which does not change, we call it a constant. So instead of var, we do const. Then let's call our variable pi, which is equal to 3.14159. Good. Then let's print it. Value of pi is, then let's call our variable, our constant over here, pi. Then let's run our program to see. Good. Value of pi is 3.14159. So in this case, the constant pi will never change throughout the program because we have declared it to be a constant by declaring it as a const. Good. Now constant must be assigned a value when declared and it cannot be changed. That is what you have to take notice. Now some best practices in declaring a variable, instead of using, let's say, var x equal to 25 and all that, it is not advisable. Instead of using x, y, z and all that, it is appropriate to use a meaningful names like age, like price, like city, a meaningful names. Yeah. And also keep it short and simple. If a variable is obvious from the context, keep the name concise. And the use of, again, as I said, the use of the short declaration like this only works within a function and it does not work outside a function. So you cannot declare it over here, like outside a function, it will not work. It will give you an error. Okay, good. So that awesome. Now you know how to declare and use variables in Go. If you found this helpful, like this video and subscribe for more beginner-friendly Go tutorials. In the next video, we will dive into Go data types. See you there.